Good morning, everybody. It's Rich 220, Channel Lock Pliers Garage. The other day when I said I actually did the belts, I came out here. I had planned on doing it, but because I had a little bit of problem with somebody, I wound up being a little withdrawn. So here I am again today, and this time I'm actually doing it. Okay, as you see here, and I'll point it out as soon as I get over there. There is one brand new hose that I've made for this already for the heater core. And that is, well, let me see if I can get you down here so you can see. I might have to drop that a little more. Okay. I have my hand on the hose right here. This is the first one I cut, and it's almost completely on, but I haven't put it all the way on yet because I figured, well, people deserve to see what I'm doing, so that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so I got to replace two other hoses. One is a short hose, which I may not bother with. I mean, well, actually, maybe I should. We'll see how much hose is left after I do this. This should be enough. Let's see, that's a regular and that's a regular. Okay, so I'm going to need a flathead screwdriver for that end and a flathead for this end. Okay, and then this clamp here. Well, I'm going to put this up here. I had to back that way off in order to get it to go, but yeah. And I'm just using a regular straight razor blade in order to cut the hose. It's not really that difficult. It's my hardest part is just trying to get in here. Let me get this started at least anyway. Oh, let's see, I'm going to put it down here. The other end is already connected to the intake port, which is above the water pump. If I could just get this screwdriver is bent, but it worked for the front, so it should work for the rest of this. And I just want to get this started, so I might have to take a pair of vice grips and straighten the tip of this out. And now it's a little bit too tight. Okay, we're going to loosen it up and bring it up in here. Finally decided to stop raining. Yesterday it rained all day long, so there was no real need for me to come out here and try and work on this properly. I've got to go a little bit more up before I can start tightening this down. Anyway, this is the hose right here that had a severed line in it, or cut in it. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this now. I want it all the way up. I don't want this thing shooting off because it wasn't up far enough. Okay, that's one. She's on there. And we're going to go with this one here and get that off. Let's see what the heck size that is, and I'll try and... Actually, I cut the other one a little bit short because it was actually going around the side of the exhaust manifold. This way it's above the valve cover. Easier access to get to instead of going around things. I'm going to loosen this one a little bit more because it's still kind of stuck. Alright, let's see what we got here. And the easiest way for you to deal with this, like when you're... Let me get this up here. The handle broke on the adjuster. When you're trying to get these hoses off, instead of sitting there taking a screwdriver and going underneath the hose, the easiest way is to take one of these. If they give you any resistance, you just cut a line right through it, and then it'll peel right off. Got to make sure you go all the way through it though first. Yeah, it didn't go through. Okay. That should do it. Sometimes you might have to make a couple because depending on the area, it might be really in there a good distance, you know what I mean? Wow, that hose is really on there. Kind of wondering how old this thing is. And how long, oh my God, it's stuck to the pipe. But usually, I mean, under normal circumstances, if the hose hasn't been on there 20 some years, you know, then you might not have as much of a problem as I'm having right now. And, well, once to do that, then we just cut it off right at the end where it makes contact with the copper tubing. And then we just roll it. Or something like that. Alright, this thing likes to make a liar out of me. Yeah, maybe that'll do it. Oh, wow. The little piece of hose that's stuck on this copper tubing is really trying my patience. Get off. Okay. So that's the bad hose. Now, well, I tried to make it go easier, but it just wanted to make me look like a liar. So now I gotta try and peel this off from over here. Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. Now it's easier to get to. There it is. Okay, that was stuck to the little nipple that goes to the heater core. So, much for that. I gotta take this clamp off on this end. Now the other hose, I don't know, I might leave it, I might not. I'm gonna see how much is left and if I can make this work with a smaller amount of hose, so that way I can do the third one. But the third one actually has those, it's just like a piece of metal that's like crossed over, you know, and you have to separate them with a pair of vice grips or something in order to get them to come off. I had the same problem with the radiator. Well, there's still antifreeze in there. Not much, but there's still some. Alright, so okay, let me get over here. And we'll bring you back down in here as much as I can, at least anyway. Where are we at in the camera? Alright, so we got to go down. That might be a little bit too far down. Okay. So what I got to do here is I got to get this hose out of here. I'll take the clamp off so I don't lose that. Because even the hose is no good. The hose clamp is fine. Looks like this is going to come off. Okay. Yes, it's Sunday morning, early, and I'm out here working on the car. I have some really good friends who have shown me that dealing with some people is not worth your time. And dealing with others is. So I know this car is not a trailer queen. It was far from it when I got it. And I know paint bomb is not the right way to do it, but when that is all the way you can afford, I mean, I could have sat there and added a hardener and reducer after spraying the paint into a gallon jug and dispensing it out a little bit at a time, you know, then it would have been a little bit different. But based on the kind of money I have coming in right now, it's not to my advantage. Okay, now this one, come on now, is out of here. Okay, I'll take that out of there because that's more garbanza. Okay, then I take this and we will put it over that nipple. Oh wait, let me get the hose clamp in there first. Put that over that nipple. And then we'll just tighten down the hose clamp. And the best part about this is when I am done, I don't have to worry about it leaking anymore. Okay. Let's see how much I have to use of this in order to get it to where the heater core opening is. And we'll go from there. Okay, up with that. And then go down with that. We'll just tighten this the rest of the way. Yeah, if I can get the screwdriver to stay in the slot instead of sliding out, it's not doing it. There we go. Okay, now this here, we need to go to about, yeah, that should be enough for all three hoses. So we're going to cut this about here. Thing is, when you're using a straight blade, you don't want to cut yourself. There we go. Okay, so now we have enough for the third hose. We have more than enough for the third hose. And that's going to be a little bit of a pain, so I'm not going to show that while I'm doing it, because I'll probably have a couple of choice words to shout at it. Mainly because sometimes things are very difficult to get to, and you know, it just doesn't make sense to make people subject to that, you know. Alright, so all we gotta do is tighten this one up now. We gotta get it to stay where it is though. Okay, let's try it on this angle. At least it's not interfering with the hood. I mean the screwdriver's not interfering with the hood. Not the hose. But this is the only flathead that I have available to me at this very moment. So, and of course it slides back anyway. Okay, now that's on. So here's the new thing. Let me see. What do I have pliers? No, my pliers are over on the porch. Let me go get the antifreeze and the pliers, and let me see if I can't get these off, so I can put a new hose right here, right where my fingers are. See, and then that'll be the end of that. So I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I'll be back in about 3 hours. But to you, it'll be like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm going to replace the last hose. Let me see if that's getting a good view in there. Yeah, I think that'll do all right. Yeah. To a point. Then it becomes useless. Okay, well, we got the top part of the hose off. Now it's being a little difficult because those kind of clamps are probably from 1957. But we've got the top one on. So now it's just a matter of getting the bottom one on. Yeah. Well, folks, I'm just going to call it a short. Well, it's not really a short. It's like 20 minutes. So you know all I got to do. I just got to put the other clamp on, and that's it. We have 3 brand new hoses for the heater core. One going to the water pump. One going to the intake. And one going from the top part of the heater core to the bottom part. So I guess it recycles. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and ring the bell for post notifications. And we'll see you in the next one. We still have to do underneath, but I have to get that tool in order to get that worked out right. So I'm not going to keep messing with it until that's done. Everything up top is done. Timing is set. Carburetor is now proper. I got to get the fuel pump or the fuel line worked out, and then I got to get the brakes worked out, and that'll be it. All right, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.